sports coverage of the NFL. We're just about set for a kickoff as we resume action in the second quarter. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Goff on first down. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. His running back let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Here's Akers. That'll flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end.
Each and every year, there's very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle, a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Rams on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. 3rd down and 9. A shotgun snap for Goff. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Now comes Kenyon Drake in the Arizona offense to take over. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October, because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season. Right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the gun, it's Drake. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On third down, Drake. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game. First downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So first and 10 now from the 30. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first and goal, Drake. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Calling a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's third and goal. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins. As the first half is winding down, and the Cardinals will extend their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 29, Goff. They'll set up the screen here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start with a couple of rivals on the West Coast. San Francisco hosting Seattle in the NFC West. And it's the Niners who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Jimmy Garoppolo. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Matthew Stafford leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Raiders locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. In the game you're watching, it was the former #1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute show. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Taking in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Right back to Drake. He'll have a first down.
He gone.
And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. Give him 55 yards on the ground.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Murray now to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and 2.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Murray give. This is Drake. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have...
And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
I love you. I love you, baby.
75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the exclamation mark at the end was Kenyon Drake's touchdown run.
Gonzalez to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play.
Oh, guys, come on.
See what they have up their sleeve. That's good for 28 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Hey, y'all don't get there. Okay.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Going right back to Akers. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to spin the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and knock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
2 yards.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch pass.
There he goes, right side. And they're into the end zone, but it's not a fair flag yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, man.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Still first down.
to run with Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up the 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
My fault. Should have cut. The ball was going to keep going. That was my fault. My fault.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run. It's Drake. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was staying in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
Rams 3.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's gone. A quick pass to Cup. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
The ball carrier.
Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll go again here with Akers. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with
Yeah, what up, sis?
They place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of
No, I'm
guys
playing the
just
game right now. What's
on the
happening?
sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Oh.
Ready to go with their next drive.
You sitting on the toilet or something?
Cardinal offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the
Oh.
3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to
Huh?
playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going
Oh.
pell-mell like you would in
Oh, okay.
2-minute offense. This is what NFL
I
offenses
ain't
call
doing nothing.
4-minute
It
football.
just hadn't too long.
Take the clock out of the game a little bit,
Finish
wind
eating
it
and stuff
down,
and
but at
doing
the
some
same
things in the
time,
house.
keep advancing the ball down the field.
Yeah, it's storming out there.
They stay on the ground with Drake.
Shit, you ain't doing nothing today?
And that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number.
Yeah. Oh, where Leroy and them at?
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8.
Okay. Right down on the phone. And she's folding some clothes.
They're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of
That's all.
11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel
You saw her on the news.
time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I'm thinking the
Really?
quarterback just says, hey, who's gonna
Where
make
they
the
looking
play
for my
for me?
wife
I
from?
just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Really? You heard that, huh, babe? Babe. Sharon said she saw you on the news. She said they looking for you. Talking about you better run it.
On 1st down. Now Drake.
Huh?
This is going to be a Cardinals 1st down as he's got this.
Talking about they been trying to get her.
to about the 37.
She said they been trying to get her.
That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles.
Hey, after we were looking at that show last night, she knows she don't want to get in no trouble.
Better way to close out a game
They
than
go,
to tap those mastodons
bruh,
you have up front and say,
they
guys,
talking about giving her them unclean
let's
panties.
keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3. Now Drake loses the football. And now the Rams have got it.
Man.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
The Rams on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Goff now looking to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Drake, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I know I get a yard, but I need a yard. Boy, this shit cheap.
I think we'll see a lot. The difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
On 1st down, Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd down now, it's Edwards. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
You got to give kudos to the offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 3rd down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. On the give, this is Drake. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Delayed game, offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 28-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
27, Rams 3.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Now Goff on 1st down. Incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And he took the ball off course.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And that's going to wind up
That is some bull crap.
We do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver.
Oh, God, missed it. I missed it.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now a 1st down throw. Goff.
They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And he's going to take this one in for the Rams touchdown. Van Jefferson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for 2.
Conversion.
Again, Goff. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
The onside kick recovered by...
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. Play in the ball game. And they take a knee.
Today's final score.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff.
Good job. Good job. Oh,
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Cam Newton and the New England Patriots versus Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
man, girls, we gotta get off our phone, start returning this shit later and want to play later. Trying to come back.
Like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it.
Lost
This
one
crowd
game
is
already
ready
in this division.
as
This
their
is a
guys
big
get
division
set to
thing.
match up between the Buffalo
We gotta
Bills
keep
and the New England Patriots.
pacing ahead, keep pace with them down Dolphins.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks,
Here's my
yes,
man.
that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well,
What?
too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Out now come the Patriots as they are led out by their quarterback, a former MVP of the National Football League back in 2015, Cam Newton.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they run with Michel. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
Now it's Newton. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Patriots send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Okay, gang, come on.
Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
The ball carrier.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now Allen off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. And it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills 1st down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Intended for Isaiah McKenzie. Incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the right hash. This from 45 yards away. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
It's tied 0-0.
Winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And that is incomplete here. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Incomplete. Intended for Kendrick Bourne. It leads to second and 10.
Throwing again. Newton. Flushed out right. He'll run it. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's fourth down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now with the play clock almost gone, Sean McDermott's going to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen sliding out of the pocket. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a return will be stopped.
That's him right there, bang.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. To throw again, Newton. Open man is Myers. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Newton. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On play action, Allen going deep for Dick. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Had the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, I'd say we're well past the time that we're trying to work out the kinks of the season, aren't we? We're already into week 3, and he's looking really, really strong. Already has won an AFC Player of the Week award.
Yeah, did that a week ago in week 2 with runs like that and then some. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant, A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Allen off the play fake. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
Patriots 6, Bills 3.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up second.
The numbers a week ago for Everett. 8 catches, 97 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The shotgun snap.
Hey, what's up, Carl?
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
They'll take over first.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback.
Yeah,
But as a
really.
receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Okay.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Yeah, I see it. I just wanted to make sure you had got my message. I told you whenever you
And
was
he
ready.
gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was brought down.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Okay, all right.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd
I got
and
you.
6. Play action. Now it's Allen. Fine work by the Patriots.
All right, cuz. Well, that's cool. All right, goodbye.
It looked like
Bye.
someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Oh, man.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will tie things up at 6-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll hand this to Michel to get things started. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground is Michel. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A play fake to Michel, now Newton. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And all the way in, touchdown.
My fucking fault.
A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's up and good to extend the lead to 13-6. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They will run with Singletary. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the final tally.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering. Defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On the ground, it's Singletary. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Singletary. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the...
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Zach Moss taking it in. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. New England trying to get a place on offense. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He's taken down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
New England on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Let's take it at around the 40. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll run out of the gun with Michel, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Back Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the red zone now, Newton rolling to his right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. From the gun, here's Newton. And that's going to be caught.
Oh, nobody right there.
Grab there. He's got it for the touchdown.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Gano now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help. And I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score. And sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not there as much. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Allen now looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at a second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Allen again. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
Tyler Bass to kick off for
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And as they approach halftime, it's the Bears who are out in front. The Bears trying to hold on and claim victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. 30-14, your final score. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they lead the visiting Atlanta Falcons at halftime. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party all tied on the scoreboard. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the
at their own 26-yard line.
The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. You know, daytime, he's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in, he was able to get out there quick and fire away.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field.
I don't really like that.
You better do it so I'll punch you
Oh, you guys sound so good. Yeah.
in the I mean business.
I mean business too. I always have a problem with this thing.
Thank you.
You're welcome, baby.
Enforcing an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. He'll buy some time right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards the pickup there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Singletary, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots 14.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Boy, no chance as he was met behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Michelle. And he'll lose yardage here.
Back at the 47. Let's go, defense. Let's fucking tighten up.
1-yard loss.
Tighten up. Let's go. Being too quiet on this goddamn thing. Get the fuck over, man. Let's go.
Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second and 11. Now it's Newton. They'll find Everett there, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start on the ground with Moss. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30, 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown.
Touchdown, Patriots.
So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Gano for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen out to the left. He's got his tight end Knox. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Now Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo 1st.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Yeah, man. I know you lying. Why you didn't put it back? Where you got it from? Say what? Why you didn't put it back? You moved it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Singletary. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Singletary again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 7. And the Bills 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Allen's throw is complete, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2 yards. And the Bills 1st down.
Now a run with Singletary. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yards.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
It doesn't take a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. To the air, Allen. Runs through the contact. And the pressure gets
Throw
to
the
him
ball,
again.
man.
The quarterback sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Makes the score Patriots 27, Bills 23.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better. A chance to attack the end zone.
31-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A play fake to Michelle, now Newton. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Rashawn Gary came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
New England on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. That's out to his running back, Michelle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. They hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. They'll look to set up his blockers. Dancing away at the 35. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now left side on the swing pass. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
On the give, this is Singletary. Open space inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards to pick up there. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Extra point right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard.
So Newton and the Patriots down by a field goal. 1:09 to play. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Newton to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They fake the give. Newton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down and 16.
Now Newton. Open man is born. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
We all caught up. We all caught up, baby. We all caught up. We out.